Hey guys, welcome back to part 4 of the manual conversion on the Toyota Crown JZS 171. I'm using the IS200 gearbox with some adapter plate welding on front. We had to split the gearbox. If you missed all that, part 1, 2 and 3 is in the description below. Today I'm going to be looking at actually putting the gearbox in, so I have to put a flywheel and the clutch on, put the gearbox on, mount the prop shaft, fingers crossed that's going to line up, fill it up with oil, and even without the gear sticks around all finished, the emulator not wired in, I'm looking to take it for a test drive and see what it feels like. Before I get started, for you regular viewers that enjoy to view the channel, obviously I know you've got the ads, but if you do want to support the channel, check out some of the merchandise I've got. Link is in the description below. One of the designs is actually the Toyota JZS 171. I think it's the best design I've got, I believe, so please do check it out. It really helps. So let's get started. As the gearbox already, now I didn't show you how to do this modification of the shifter bracket because you do not have to do it. It's something I choose to do because it saves a whole lot of cutting on the car. On the IS300, if you do this modification, you don't have to actually cut the car at all. It just goes through the original hole where the automatic stuff was. On this one, however, the hole is really quite small, so I think we do have to cut the car anyway, but it saves us cutting it even more. Now let's put the car in the air so we can put on the clutch and flywheel. First up, the spigot bearing. Then I'm gonna put on the flywheel. This is from Conceptua, you would pronounce it, I'm not entirely sure. It's basically a stock flywheel, stock weight, nothing too fancy. I don't like lighting flywheel for drifting, simply because of the clutch kicks. You want some momentum coming back. Okay, some Loctite on there. And I'm going to lock the flywheel in place. This one here. The first pass is 36 foot-pound Whiting Imperial. So you're going to do 36 foot-pound. And the second pass is 90 degrees. That's it. Now clean the surface, because obviously they coat it so it doesn't rust. Same on the pressure plate on the clutch. Now this is stage 3 competition clutch, which goes on the other way. It is second hand, but it's been in the car for about 100 miles. And the pressure plate, these are ARP bolts, and I think the spec of the M8 is 25. Again, obviously American, so it's foot-pound. I'm gonna whiz it with a gun a little bit. Now, even with the alignment tool, there's a little bit of play in it, so always try and kind of push on it, which will then actually centralize it. If you just leave it, it's actually not aligned. Kind of misses the point of an alignment tool, but sorry if I'm getting in the way. Now, I started to torque it up to the spec and it just didn't seem tight enough, so it's getting tightened to my spec. Oh, you mate. That's all torqued up. A little twisty, don't judge me. Now I'm just going to tape it for now because I want to get into the wiring later on to do the reverse light switch. As I said, for now we don't care about that. So that's one neutral switch bypassed. I'm just gonna cable tie all these together, put them out of the way. And now it's time to put the gearbox in, I think. I'm gonna put the mount on and jack it up as far as I can because it will hit the tunnel on the top. As you can see, the hole is absolutely tiny, so I will have to cut the car unfortunately. But yeah, let's just do it, put it on and jack up the transmission up. Okay, so it's still quite a long way up. So let's have a look inside how much we need to cut. This is what I'm dealing with, so I'm going to continue with this line here, maybe about an inch, cut over, and I need to enlarge this as well. So yeah, I hate cutting cars, but clearly there's no other way. So I can't obviously rig up the camera and cut at the same time. So there you go. So sad. Oh well, obviously once it's on the ground, I'm gonna tidy up the edges, paint it, and then we're gonna put the boot over it as well. So it's gonna be okay. I don't know, I've just got to think about cutting cars, man. Okay, so it doesn't look like the IS mount lines up, and the stock one I had has gone to get scrapped on the gearbox. So a little bit stuck now, I think. So that's the IS200. This is, oh hold up, no, that was the JZX100 from my car. This is the IS200. And that fits. So I'm an idiot, excuse me, trying to fit a mount from a JZX100. So I'll be making a custom mount, which got kind of excited for a second. Get excited very easily. Beautiful. Okay, so that is pretty awesome. Sitting pretty. Okay, so this is the moment of truth why I've gone for this box, because I was just hoping that the prop shaft is going to line up. It is. Awesome, that's just the perfect conversion. Alright, so yeah, let's do the prop shaft, then I'm going to fill up the gearbox, then we're going to do the hydraulics, put a gear sticker in and go for a drive. Let's do it. First put that donut bearing on. If you remember moaning that you've got a bolt that goes through the bracket, then that big washer to space it out. Obviously the same on there. I've just seen it many times taking ice apart where people just drop it, don't think, and then just do it up wrong. So I'm gonna do it up almost all the way up. And then you're gonna joint the front and the back section of the prop. Okay, now I can do this up. So, two things left as far as I'm aware for today anyway, and that is to do the clutch line and bleed it, and then we're gonna do the gear stick and take it for a drive. So I'm just gonna drop this down on top of the bell housing behind the engine. Okay, let's sit it down towards the slave. When you receive this line, it seems too short, but it's definitely not. It's actually quite long. If I haven't mentioned it, this is from a Mark IV Supra. I'll try and link everything in the description. But yeah, Mark IV Supra, I think they were all the same. This line is from Matt Loose Racing in Dorking. They sell on eBay for 25 quid. So for that price, there's no need trying to make a hard line really. So yeah, past the engine, just be careful of the exhaust. Alright, it's a little bit tight around here. Okay. Let's make sure it doesn't kink anywhere. No, let's do the other side. Okay, I made a crucial mistake, and that is I had the pedal down. So yeah, it's already, the pedal's up, it's job done. Get excited, guys. This is how it sits on the mount. So obviously once I've got the rubber boot, it's gonna sit all right. I might need to relocate the bracket for the traction control. So yeah, let's put the gear stick in, that's the last thing, and take it for a drive. So this shifter's got a different bushing, so you're gonna put that in first. It's a bushing from Japan that makes it shift not as bushings in. Now onto the gear stick, it makes it a little bit easier. Now I don't even have a gear knob, so if I do, I don't know where it is. So I need to get a gear knob as well as I seem to have lost the rubber boot, so I need to find an alternative. All right, let's see if it drives. Okay, so I strapped you up on my face on a GoPro. I just want to take you guys with me for the first drive. It's genuinely the first start up. I haven't even started it up. Let me just check we're recording. Yep, looking like a weirdo. Okay, so the audio is going to be a bit rubbish because we've got an open place here. Now, clutch feels good. We are neutral. Let's see if she starts. She doesn't start. Okay, sounds like a starter motor, weirdly enough. The battery dead? Okay, maybe the battery's dead. Do you have a jam pack somewhere in this mess? Oh no, come on. There it is. Where I've never put it. Okay, so first start. Come on. Okay, let's investigate. Okay, so I've done some investigation with the power probe, and it seems that it could potentially be the brand new starter motor. So I've got another one here, which is a 2JZ starter from the JZX 100. So I'm gonna see if I can put it on there and if it's gonna work. Let's try. All right, she runs. Let's go for a first drive. Hope nobody sees me wearing a GoPro. Handbrake. So I've got all the management lights on, ABS, because obviously this is unplugged. The emulator is not wired in. So far so good. Definitely very noisy since I can see the road. Stage 3 clutch is definitely challenging. Oh man, let's just let it warm up a little bit more. The rear diff is knocking. Having trouble engaging 6 gears, so 5th is fine. As soon as I try to go into 6, feels a bit funny. It could be that rubber band there, but I've never had an issue before. Well, let's see if it gets any better. The gearbox is a bit unknown, so that's obviously not ideal. can definitely tell the car is heavier than the JZX platform. I don't know if you can guys hear me, so I'm sorry. But I've got to say that even though the engine management light is on, it's there is no issues with the car running funny, so that's good. Maybe we don't even have to put the emulator in, that would be nice. Save us a couple of £100. And there you have it. So it's part 4 done. Part 5, gonna tidy up everything, check everything over. This gearbox definitely doesn't feel right, and I think it's because of that rubber band. It was a bigger rubber band than I normally use, but I just couldn't find anything else. I'm sure it will come off. And there you guys have it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I definitely enjoyed making the video and converting the Crown into a manual. So that was part 4. Part 5 will be finishing everything off. I'm not entirely sure about the emulator. It doesn't seem like the car actually needs it, but I will drive it for a longer period of time and decide then. So otherwise, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, like, no matter what, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.